Hi everybody, this is God Your Growing Girl. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2020, and I have really been interested in what's going on with the royalty in England and stuff, and the man who's responsible for making this all come together is a guy named Joseph Gregory Hallett, and he has a channel, believe it or not, and it's called The King of the UK, and you can go there and check him out. Anyways, just in a little bit of time, that guy's going to be taking over all of Britain and everything. He actually decodes the mummy. This guy knows what he's talking about, okay? So he decodes the mummy, and I'm going to show you right now how mind-blowing this is. So, here we go.
I've been selected. To air. Joseph Hallett. Newark Air. Joseph Hallett.
It is widely considered that to understand Christianity, you have to understand Egyptian mythology. Jesus spent most of the first 30 years of his life in Egypt. That's where he was trained alongside his father, Joseph. Anubis normally faces outward against tomb raiders, but Anubis is facing inwards to his wife Isis, thinly veiled as Amenet, and homophonous indication towards Amen-Hallett. Tom Cruise reacts as though he's had previous experience with Anubis as he's playing Joseph Gregory Hallett from an interview given in November 2009. 6 Anubis alludes to 6 Jesus.
There are 6 watchers around the well, facing inward instead of out.
The watchers are Anubis, who is watching over his wife Isis, here called Amenet, which is homophonous with Amen-Hallett, which later is plainly my chosen Joseph Hallett.
Whatever's in there, those strains aren't for bringing it up. They're for holding it down.
The strands holding down Amenet represent the Christian veil suppression of Isis. Later you will plainly see Christian veil as one of the characters.
This is not true. It's present.
The elliptical sunstrike is also the cosmic egg travelling through space to Earth, revealing Isis chosen. It is also the Eye of Horus. It means agriculture. We are in and of the food we share. Isis is agriculture. All religions are based on agriculture. Cruz gets up to ground level before Isis, magically transported. Crows are on alert to the Sangreal blood royal secrets being here. Crows and rooks are the same size, ravens are bigger. In chess, the rook is also the tower or castle. The Tower Raven refers to the White Tower and the Tower of London, where one of Joseph Gregory Hallett's ancestors' execution was faked. She retained the title Queen and later gave birth to the Holy Grail lineage.
Dr. Jennifer Halsey, the hieroglyphs are definitely New Kingdom, giving her sole heir to the throne, called Amenet.
Amen-Hallett. Isis chosen for the New Kingdom is Amen-Hallett. This is affirmed by J. Halsey, homophonous with J. Hallett. The stick fighting alludes to the New Zealand Taiaha.
Man, it's November 4th, 0999. United States C-130 Hercules. Watch out! Take your seat, snuck over England. How about don't know what's up? Take your seat. Cross-crossing rotation, no radar contact.
Jesus snuck into England in AD 34. Did you see him snuck in? Isis, my chosen, also snuck into England for 3 or 4 years. At the time, his nickname was Hercule, 2014 to 16. Pan, 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 Hercules, it's us on November 4, 99. Guy Fawkes. Ma'am, I don't know what's happening means no one knows what's happening with the Queen. Take a seat means the throne is available to Jay Halsey, referring to Jay Hallett, who is chased by crows representing the true Sangreal royal blood.
England.
I don't know what's happening. Take a seat.
Crows representing the Sangreal blood crashed into Amen Hallett's plane over England. The Chosen rescues Jay Halsey, Jay Hallett, and survives another death at exactly 33 minutes and 33 seconds due to his Hebsed twin soul with Anubis connection. Anubis watches over the dead, especially his son, Isis Chosen. Anubis is known as the highest representation of the sun. The highest representation of the sun is an unknown quantity. He is also now the chosen one of Isis.
A United States military plane crash landed in Surrey this evening, just missing Waverley Abbey.
The Adnam Southwold Bear Coaster gives Joseph Gregory Hallett's location. Adnam's headquarters is on the edge of the Waveney Valley, which is homophonous with Waverley Abbey.
Just missing Waverley Abbey.
Adnams is the major brewer associated with Waveney Valley. Joseph Gregory Hallett is surrounded by Adnam Southwold, its headquarters just 130 miles away. The C-130 plane crashed 130 miles from Joseph Gregory Hallett at Waverley Abbey, which is 110 miles direct and 150 miles by road, giving C-130 miles, as in C-130 plane, supported by Adnam's headquarters, C-1 30 miles away. Magic.
Plane crash landed in Surrey this evening, just missing Waverley Abbey.
It's not an exact science, this business.
Hours after escaping death, the highest representation of the sun is drinking an unknown quantity. He mimics early coping mechanisms and mannerisms of Joseph Gregory Hallett.
Did you put that there? There's not a single scratch on your body.
This is so close to Joseph Gregory Hallett.
Something is happening. You're alive, and I don't know how.
Identify, please.
This is Jenny Getty Herriot.
The initials JH or HJ are used to identify Joseph Hallett.
Identify, please.
This is Jenny Getty Herriot.
Identify, please. This is Jenny H. Get me Henry J. Approximates JH. Jennifer Halsey approximates Joseph Hallett. Then there's Henry Jekyll.
Identify, please.
Is fulfilled.
Jennifer.
This is far more significant than we had ever imagined. Something is happening.
Bring your soldier to London. Do not discuss anything further with him.
3 times! 3 times! 3 times!
Yes.
3 times, Nick!
Okay, the third one wasn't necessary. You freaked me out, I panicked.
The ghost of Christian Vale uses his hand to gesture the shin, indicating, affirming and confirming that this is the forbidden secret, albeit a non-initiate's hand gesture. This alludes to the shin, the forbidden secret that the Hebsed Festival was put on 1970 to 1980 for Joseph Gregory Hallett to test his medal as Isis Chosen One, twin soul of Anubis, and the highest representation of the sun. 33 years later, the letters patent royal prerogative customary title to the throne and crown of the United Kingdom were given 3 times to Joseph Gregory Hallett in 2012, 2013 and 2014, affirming and confirming him as head of the House of Wolf, Wealth, Wettin, Windsor, and head of the House of Joseph, where the Egyptian Anubis is represented by the Christian Joseph.
Yes.
3 times!
The third one, you freaked me out, I panicked.
3 times!
The third one,
3 times!
the third one,
3 times!
the third one, you freaked me out.
3 times the letters patent royal prerogative customary title to the throne and crown of the United Kingdom were given to Joseph Gregory Hallett, rendering him head of the House of Windsor from 2014, starting the new age.
Yes.
You are going to do exactly what she wants. How do you think you survived the crash? C'est un pays. You know what it means.
My chosen.
She's got plans for you. Plans? You can't run. You can't escape. How does that explain that? I know that Sepepai means my chosen. Ancient Egyptian. I'm backing off from this. I'm telling you, she is real.
My chosen. Armanet or Amen Hallett pulls the dagger from the neck of the stone angel, communicating Joseph Gregory Hallett pulled the sword from the stone by Christmas 2011. In doing so, he identified the true German Duke of Saxon-Coburg-Gotha and the true English His Royal Highness of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha.
Empire Fever. She's in your head.
I drove right back to her.
It's who exactly are you? It's who exactly are you?
Armanet, Isis. Isis is in chains. She's been in lockdown under the Christian veil, which is now turning for ISIS.
Welcome to Prodigium.
A large, extraordinary, marvelous wonder.
Welcome to Prodigium. Forgive the state of things, we had very little time to prepare for our guest, and only the information Jennifer provided to go on. It's not an exact science, this business. She is by far the most ancient we've ever encountered.
Internal.
She's a living witness to a history that we barely know.
Sif Papayech. Hallett.
My chosen Hallett. Cruz turns as though Hallett is his name and chosen is his status.
Sif Papayech. Hallett. Ben Tutu Air. Anem.
Ben equals son of. Son of the Tutu hair, I name you.
Ben Tutu Air. Anem. Iwak Air. Joseph Tayyip Set.
The hair requires an E in each name, as in Joseph Gregory Hallett. The Egyptian Trinity with Joseph Hallett as Horus. He said predictions in pursuit.
Ben Yuyer. Should have.
Ben means son. Ben, you are here, should have been enough. Son, you are here, should have been enough.
Ben Yuyer. Should have. The day of awakening will soon be upon us. You will become Seth. The world will fall to your desires. You will have power of life over death.
I.e. command good medicine and end bad medicines.
They will kill you, just as they killed my chosen before you. It hurts. They have found the stone. You brought my chosen here. What do you think they will do with him now?
Welcome to a new world of gods. We wait for that day to arrive. Which brings me to you.
Me? Yeah, great, yes. What's your plan?
These things are complex. And one is dealing with the salvation of humanity. He severed the barrier chain that had kept Armanet's power in prison for 5,000 years.
Amen, Hallett.
Severed the barrier chain that had kept
ISIS.
power in prison for 5,000 years.
You do this.
That's your plan? If it's really your plan?
The world needs a cure.
For blindness.
You can be that cure.
I'm not interested in that at all. We're just going to take a minute, and we're all going to come up with a new plan. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing.
At 1 hour 19 minutes and 19 seconds, alluding to 9/11, Big Ben means Big Sun. In 2010, Joseph Gregory Hallett's London nickname was the New Zealander in Soho, just around the corner from the National Gallery, London. There was a call to destroy one of Elizabeth's buildings, real or imagined, so the official name of Big Ben was changed to Elizabeth Tower on New Zealand Day 2012. While The Mummy was being filmed, Joseph Gregory Hallett was filmed in a guerrilla fashion around the 17th of July 2016, using something like a PTZ Optics Z-Cam 1080 box camera. Then during 2017, on the 19th of March, in the London National Gallery, room 34, the very large Gainsborough painting of Elizabeth Maries Hallett was underscored with a drill bit approximating by Elizabeth, followed by the Westminster Bridge attack on the 22nd of March, Manchester bombing on the 22nd of May, and London Bridge attack on the 3rd of June. At the same time, ISIS was made to look like a real military, so when The Mummy, ISIS, was released on the 9th of June 2017 and blew up Elizabeth Tower, there would be some oomph to it, adding to the experience that one of Elizabeth's buildings had been destroyed. At the same time, the 4-year renovation of Big Ben as Elizabeth Tower was delayed 4 years to the 21st of August 2017, when the US celebrated an unscheduled solar eclipse. Known as the Great American Eclipse, it was an overcast day that carried the message, the once towering Elizabeth is eclipsed by the big sun as seen by us. Queen Elizabeth II, the Mummy and Ahmadette Isis confirmed the big sun has been chosen with the explosive visuals and the script, "My chosen Hallett, you are the heir, Joseph." Cruise had excessive control over the film and firm control over nearly every aspect of production and post-production, including rewriting the script and editing to his specifications, telling the director Kurtzman how to direct on set and enlarging his role while downplaying Brutellas. Universal contractually guaranteed Cruise control over most aspects of the project, from script approval to post-production decisions. Principal photography on the film began on April 3rd, 2016 in Oxford, UK, and wrapped on July the 17th. Joseph Gregory Hallett was guerrilla filmed around this time, an hour north of London, by a new version of the BBC Philip Schneider LDK-25, perhaps a PTZ Optics Z-Cam 1080 box camera. To film the plane crash, they used the Vomit Comet and parabolic flight to simulate weightlessness. The crew did a total of 64 takes, and many of them became sick to their stomachs. Takes is code for years, and it was 64 years from coronation year in 1953, making them sick to their stomachs. The Mummy is also code for Elizabeth. Mummy! The soundtrack was longer than the actual film, and first the soundtrack to Elizabeth's reign was louder and longer than the actual reign, if it ever really existed at all. Tom Cruise's neighbour on the peninsula overlooking Byron Bay in Australia is Hugh Jackman, who plays Logan in X-Men. Actual name, James Howlett, and right at the end it was changed to Joey Howlett, very similar to Joseph Hallett. So it's as if the two were having a beer discussing how the Mummy and X-Men Logan were going to represent. Rothschild invented the taxi, so the taxi represents the Rothschilds throwing everything at it. Time to confirm at 1 hour 19 minutes 21 seconds that this is the 9/11 shin.
Sit down, buddy.
Didn't see this coming, did I?
Joseph Hallett didn't see the hair of ISIS coming.
They're coming for me.
Predictions in pursuit.
I wish we had more time.
You were wrong, though. He gave his life to save me, to bring you back. He is also still a good man.
Only begun to discover his power.
He could be our greatest ally.
Christian Vale.
I'm really glad to be here. I mean, thank you for bringing me back to life and everything. But what are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? Where are we going?
Come on, my friend.
Where's your sense of adventure?
ISIS, my chosen Joseph Hallett, passed the 1970 to 1980 Hebsed Festival as the twin soul with Anubis, becoming the wolf-whelp-wetting head of the House of Joseph running the Shin, and thereby displacing the Windsors as royal. ISIS's cognomen is she who bore them all. Russell Crowe is code for the red crow or blood rook flying from New Zealand.
The day of awakening will soon be upon us.
You have been selected as the vessel for the ultimate.
Tutu air, anem, Joseph Hallett, Joseph Anywhere, Shudder, Newark air, Joseph Hallett, Dave Set, Joseph Hallett, Set. You brought my chosen Joseph Hallett here. What do you think they will do with him now? Newark air, Joseph Hallett.
Okay, they said that this movie is more or less a media report and ties in with other 2017 movies like Logan, X-Men, and Baby Driver, etc. The Mummy affirms Joseph Gregory Hallett was given the letters patent royal prerogative customary title to the throne and crown of the United Kingdom 3 times, rendering him head of the House of Windsor from 2014 and starting the new age, illustrated in subsequent videos. All of this is confirmation of prophecy and predictions fulfilled. And I really encourage you guys to check this out. It's going to happen. I feel it. They haven't been talking about this in mainstream media because it's owned by these families. They don't want you knowing this stuff. This is for real, folks. And I'm very excited, and you should be too. All kinds of neat things will happen when they get them out of there. You don't even understand. They're nasty people. They need to be gone. They don't even deserve that. It turns out that they were in there, not even honestly in there. She really is